Give us kind of 3 life tips and for people out there who, whether they're trying to take their hobby, turn that into a business, or maybe they're trying to go on YouTube, right? What 3 life tips would you give them?
I'd say 1, like, build habits. Like, and I know that sounds cliche, but what I mean is you have to do something so long that your brain can turn off and be creative with it. You know, so me, when I started How to Rap, I did 30 videos in 30 days. The first, it was just a habit of a video a day, just to get through those 30, just so finally I could like make a joke in front of a camera. You know what I mean? Similarly with gym, girls, business, like we're talking about networking, and I'm starting to do it so much that it's becoming a habit. So, when you're in town, I just came back from LA, like just for this interview, you know what I mean? And I'm going back to LA tonight. But that's, that's of course, but that's a habit I had to develop. Me, 5 years ago, I would have been like, man, I'll catch you on the flip side. You know what I mean? But I realized I'm like, I'm in the habit of those connections. So that's one. I would say, there's like, in life, there's what you like to do because society tells you it's cool, and then there's what you actually would love doing. So, don't become a rapper just because you like How to Rap Drew. Like, you won't have the passion to do it long term. Do it because you're that kid like I was that memorized Eminem and Jay-Z, and like to this day I could probably quote the Blueprint, the entire thing. So don't get swept up in a wave, like you might even watch Hacking the System, see us doing it, and just be like, yeah, I want to be a businessman like Ian or like Drew. And you may not really want to necessarily, right. I mean, hopefully people watching this want that, but you know what I mean? Similar to me, if you had told me 5 years ago that I'd be coaching rap or that I'd be doing like business interviews, I would have, take a shot of whiskey and spit it in your face. Right. That's what I was doing. Yeah. But here I am. So
it's kind of a personal path, right?
Yeah, be flexible enough to know, to not necessarily do something just because it's the new thing, Also, even with like things like Hacking the System, Ian has books coming out, and you work corporate. There may be somebody who can watch this and get the most value out of it by your Amazon business tips. You know what I mean? So they don't need to necessarily be like, I need to do everything Ian does. Find what really works for you and build it from there.
No, absolutely.
And then 3, I'd say travel. Just travel, period. And I know you know that, like, that's a life tip because...
Any places you recommend?
Well, right now, last place I really went was like Central Europe. So I'm big into that right now. Budapest. Really, if I was one place, I'd tell people to go to Berlin. Go to Berlin. It's artsy, it's young, it's clean, it's easy to get around, it's safe. Yeah. Most people speak English really well.
I'm actually planning a trip there this year, I think.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. We'll keep in touch on that as well. We chat about traveling all the time, so.
All right, well, I think that you dropped lots of game on us. So
thanks, man.
About getting your passion, your hobby that you were doing as a child and turn that into a viable business.
Yeah.
Now you have a business that's about to blow up, right?
Yeah.
100K, and I think you're definitely go up there, right? Maybe $1 million, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about that goal, and I think I see the vision that will happen.
Yeah.
It's just
keyword there, will happen. Right?
Yeah, it's like
that's the attitude.
Right. Yeah, and I know how to do it because we literally just mentioned it.
The blueprint.
Yeah, right. So good stuff.
All right, man. I totally appreciate your time.
Thank you, brother.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, always.